Radio 8.
Here comes!
Hey, run that thing up.
Radio 8.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Grade A Musa, and I'm here with Ty and my guy, Mike. Welcome to another episode of the Grade A Wrestling Podcast. How's everyone doing today?
Doing good. How about y'all?
Doing good.
I'm doing all right, man. Thank God for TNA and NXT, because I don't know what I'll do with the other shows this week.
Even TNA wasn't all that great last night.
It wasn't, but my bright spot's probably going to come from that show overall. But if you're watching the video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on the shows this week between TNA, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, AEW. And let us know your final predictions on who you think is going to win the matches in the upcoming PLE at Elimination Chamber tomorrow. So we're going to have a tier list of all the Elimination Chambers. We're going to rank them from worst to best. And before we get to that, we're going to talk about the weekly shows, some things we think is going to come up on Wrestlemania, and the big announcement that happened on Tuesday with Roadblock. So we're going to start off with the Raw show. What were some of the bright spots you guys think for Raw?
Definitely the main event, without a doubt.
Yeah, I feel like the main event was the only thing. Be completely honest.
Yeah, I agree. I think the women getting
Actually,
that
I'm gonna give love to the triple threat match. That triple threat match was fire.
Yeah, that was a solid match too. What were some of your big takeaways, Ty, from that triple threat match?
Pretty much my biggest takeaway, the way I'm looking at it, I know they want to do a multi-man match eventually for Mania. So I was looking at these three, like, why not them in the multi-man match? Throw in AJ, throw in Breaker. And I don't even care who else they pick to fill the rest of the people. But this is literally the good thing about Raw is that roster, top to bottom. As long as they get the time, they can show out. So those are three deserving guys that I think should be in the mid card picture. You can even argue Penta being in the world title picture in a couple months, but I think those three, I would definitely like to see a multi-man match involving the Intercontinental belt, throwing Sheamus in there, and I don't care what type of gimmick match they do, because that's gonna steal the show.
See, I agree. The only thing I'll push back on is just don't put Sheamus in the match at Mania if he's not gonna win and complete the cycle. If he's not completing the cycle, don't even bother putting him in the match. But I would do like the idea of the multi-man match. I would love to have Ludwig Kaiser on the show. I think he would be great in that multi-man match. But as I said last week, it's a perfect time to implement the NXT match for the IC belt and do that perfect trade-off match. You got 5 guys that can steal the show, and a 25-minute match is enough time for that to happen, especially because you got 2 nights. So I don't see why not. But Mike, what was your biggest takeaway from the main event?
Well, I'm just gonna go off of that triple threat real quick. For Penta, we got to remember too. The New Day keeps attacking the LWL. Rey Mysterio, I don't know if we're going to see him before Mania or not, but a direction that they could go with Penta for sure is I think you could see the whole LWO get taken out by the New Day, and you could possibly see Rey come back and he needs someone to team with him and get Rey and Penta versus the New Day. That's a good way to get New Day on the Mania card. I've heard some people throw that idea out, and I like it personally myself. And for the IC title, I don't think Sheamus should even be in the match period this year. He's got 5 years left on his contract, so I don't know what more stories they can really tell with Sheamus beyond that offhand that's currently right now. So I'd save that for later on in his contract to get that done. But I could definitely see Pete Dunne and Ludwig in a multi-man match for sure, and I think they'll do that too to elevate Ludwig up without Gavin Penn to take the pin, so that way he's not undefeated in that division, so they have other guys they can throw in there, and Ludwig just went to the top by getting that pin. But the main event was a phenomenal women's tag match, and first time that we can think of story happening around these titles, and
it meant something in a while.
A long time for what I can remember.
Probably since Sasha or Mercedes now, and Naomi was champion. This is like one of the first times they had a story and then the match mattered and the belts felt like they meant something. I agree. I'm gonna let you finish, but I also want to pick it back on your IC title thoughts. I would love to have Pete Dunne, the bruiserweight, in that match. My problem is he's not getting any push. He's getting stale. They're going to probably have him eat the pin if they were to go with the route that you suggested. So it kind of sucks for that. But I said here, I would love to have Ludwig in the match and have him win it. I think it would be best having a heel because I think Braun's too much of a tweener. They need to either figure out whether or not he's going to be a face or a heel. I think he's best as a heel, the badass heel who doesn't care, run through anyone in his way. The problem is the fans are behind him, so it's kind of like they're in a sticky situation, a good situation. So, but yeah, I'll let you continue on with the tag team with the main event.
Yeah, not much. Just the match took down the house. I thought this was a phenomenal match in itself. Never mind the story around it. The only thing that I'm interested now, does Jade show up on Saturday? Or I think you or Ty threw it out last week that she shows up at Mania possibly, because unless she was legitimately injured or they didn't feel she was ready for a War Games match yet, I don't get the point of this whole storyline where you don't have her come back Monday night unless she's going to cost someone at the Chamber, or say Bianca wins the Chamber tomorrow night and Bianca's at Rhea and she costs her the title at Mania, which would be a great spot for the reveal too. I don't know what they're doing with the storyline and the direction of it personally.
Hear me out. Imagine if they take the angle of Kofi. Remember, I forgot what year it was, but we're going to touch on that once we do the ranking, where he got attacked going towards the ring. Or if they do that like a backstage segment as they're about to have people enter the Chamber, someone gets taken out, they need a replacement, and it's Jade Cargill. And now, also, it would have to be Bianca or Naomi that's getting taken out. Hell, if you want to keep the story interesting, you can even do Liv. I highly doubt them touching Liv because based on where she's at on the roster in the division, and Raquel's not in the match. So who's to say she doesn't take out Bianca to spark up the Jade Bianca feud for Mania because they're the ones that was behind her attack or something like that. Who knows? But that's something, an angle I just thought about that would be interesting for them to do.
I could see that happen in the men's match too, based off of some certain things I've seen this week. So if they do that in the men's, I can't really see them doing it in the women's. But hey, who knows? As I said in the group chat, as long as they do this reveal and come back right, because you got a good storyline going here. Don't fumble it like you did Otis and Gable and just letting it burn out where no one cares anymore earlier in the year.
Absolutely. Ty, what? Any other key takeaways you want to add for the main event?
Nah, I just feel like the overall point, I think they're really kind of booking themselves in a corner right now with this Jade thing. I'm assuming Bianca does win the Chamber. But I think there's like a thin line where there's a chance they return her too late and nobody cares about the storyline, in my opinion.
That's a valid point, considering where we're at in the cycle of the story, where it's been months now. But I think with them starting it back up, they did it. They took the right approach.
Yeah, the way they brought it back on screen was fine because you had people wondering, oh, did the storyline get dropped or not? But you had people already expecting her Monday, and she doesn't show up Monday. Now she doesn't show up at the Chamber, where 100% she has to show up at Mania.
Especially if they drag this out the way WWE will be known for doing it. To your point, who's to say that Bianca doesn't win the Chamber tomorrow to spark the Rhea and Bianca match at Mania, and then Jay comes back and costs her the match? Especially if they go the 3-way route for the Mania for the women's heavyweight title, because then now you can have Jay come in and attack Bianca or Naomi if they go that route, and there'll be no disqualification because it's a 3-way match. So I think that would be a good take also. Anything else for Raw? Because I believe there was a Karrion Kross segment on Raw, but I could be wrong. Raw was so much of a whirlwind for me. It was like in one ear out the other.
I don't remember if there was a segment specifically, but hear me out on this. We got an unsanctioned match coming up, obviously, tomorrow night. If it's unsanctioned, does WWE throw a referee in? And if not, I think if you want to just have Karrion Kross be the ref, I think that would be a great way to incorporate the storyline with Sammy and KO, especially how he's been trying to turn like Sammy sort of like on a dark side, like he did to the Miz.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely touch base more on that once we get to the predictions, because that's actually a good point that we can definitely talk about more in further detail. Moving on, we're going to talk about NXT. As you see in the headline in the show, you got some huge announcements coming from NXT. A lot of title matches, all just one-sided. We got Julia and Stephanie Valkyrie, Roadblock in 2 weeks. Title for title. We got the NXT title on the line between Musa and Obafemi. And nothing yet with the North American Males Championship. But I feel like with the women's, it's not that due to the title for title match. So I want to hear you guys' thoughts overall on Tuesday night show. We got a comment from Mexican Waz. He said, Yo, what's good, man? Appreciate the comment. And I like that picture. Shadow and Sonic. Yes, sir. Appreciate the comment, man. But go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, pretty much NXT, just building up Grace, Ricky. You feel me? Once you plan on building them, it's gonna be a great show. So it was a fine show. The whole title for title thing,
I'm not feeling it.
I'm not feeling it. I understand. Julia got the injury. But my opinion, I feel like they could have worked around it more. Because honestly, when you have both these women on your roster, I feel like a matchup between them should only come when one of them's getting ready to leave for the main roster, or even both of them get ready to leave for the main roster.
I think they can use them two as the Austin, Rock, Cena, Orton, if they really want to push that out, or HBK, Triple H. To your point, and I'm gonna say my further thoughts on it once I let you finish and let Mike go. 'Cause I have some interesting thoughts on this decision as well.
Yeah, but I just feel like I don't understand the decision. I get it. It's obviously let's get the title off of her, but let's do it in the best way possible in their mind.
Right.
But especially with now the Oba and Moose match, I feel like they're giving away that too early too. Because in hindsight, even if they wanted to do Stephanie versus Julia, Stand and Deliver is the perfect time to do it. Same with Oba and Moose. But the fact that they're putting it all on Roadblock, I want to see how they're going to book Stand and Deliver at that point. Because it has to be bigger than Roadblock. You know, Stand and Deliver.
Ideas too.
Stand and Deliver is pretty much their WrestleMania. So, you know, other than that, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good pay-per-view. I'm not gonna complain too much.
I think we get Jada and Kaylani on the pay-per-view. I think that match.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna make Roadblock pretty much for the, you know, the underground storylines. You know, the people on NXT that really, you know, ain't getting there as much time as they should. I thought they were gonna focus on that. But I want to see what happens after Stephanie obviously takes both titles.
For sure.
Because are you going to have her lose and get pinned to lose one and keep the other? Or is she defending both? I want to see, because I know Jordynne Grace is going to be champion by the time the year's over. But I want to see how they're going to book this after. But that's all I got to say.
Mike, what is your thoughts on the NXT show this past weekend? Obviously, the big elephant in the room, the title for title match that's set up for Roadblock between Julia and Stephanie Valkyrie.
Yeah, I know one of you guys sent me the tweet too where it said she's injured, so they want to get the title off her, but I don't understand why they're doing title for title unless she's going to relinquish one. Like I don't know how you're just going to have a match for one title and not the other. If that's the case, just put the match on the back burner and do it later. Like these women are both going to be under contract for a while. And they're both going to be on the main roster eventually. So even if you don't get to it in NXT, that's a great selling point when they get to the main roster. I think you should just, I know Stephanie's probably next in line for the NXT title, but you could have just hopped her and redid the order until she dropped the North American title. And you could have done a triple threat with Jada Parker and Kalani, and who have Jada Parker when it's seeing Kalani was already champion. And then the Obafemi Moose thing, didn't they say on the thing it was title for title, but then on TNA they say Titan versus Titan? Like I don't get what the whole deal of that was.
The cards say just the NXT championship, so I think that was just a error on their part. I think it's just the NXT championship match, especially because I think a few days after, if I have my dates correctly, Moose is going to be in a ladder match against Jeff Hardy for the X Division Championship. So, I think that was just misspoken words on their end, but nonetheless, you continue with the point you.
Yeah, I'm pretty much wrapped up because I don't know what they're doing. Like, unless we're going to get some outside interference or just something weird that creates a storyline going to Stand and Deliver, I don't really understand it. Unless the disqualification, I have no clue.
And that's where you threw me the lob, because that's where I was going with it. So I'm gonna start off with the Moose and Obafemi match. First and foremost, NXT was great this week. Some questionable decisions, in my opinion, as far as like what we're talking about now, but overall, great show. Probably the best show this week for SmackDown airs tonight, because they have some good matches on the card tonight. Hopefully, they get time. But with the Oba and Moose match, I believe it's going to end in a no contest, this first match. And the reason being is I don't know if they have a name yet, but the four men is going to interfere in that match and cause chaos and hell. And that's how the show is going to end. Even if they want to give TNA a little bit more rub, why not have the system come out afterwards and they get smashed too by the new four young men in NXT that's dressed up to attack Oba at Vengeance Day. That would just set off. That'll establish them even further, because you can take on not only the biggest star in your brand on the male side, you also take on one of the biggest stars in TNA right now, and his faction. Everyone's talking. Who has these been? And that can get the ball rolling, and then you can have some filler till Stand and Deliver, where you eventually will have Moose, I assume, versus Obafemi round 2. So that's why I see they could potentially go. Because I don't see that match ending in a clean win for either side. Definitely not Moose, considering it's the NXT title. So that's my thoughts on that. As far as the Julia and Stephanie Valkyrie match, title for title, I said it once I announced it. Don't they watch the main roster? I know Sean's watching the main roster. You've seen what happened when you unified these titles, potentially to unify. These women do not need both belts. You can honestly could have saved this match to stand and deliver, like Ty said. Especially considering the fact that I believe the best way that you can maximize these two is with Stephanie being the heel. Turning full heel. And she has the aura and the look of the heel, the entrance, everything about her spits heel to me, especially between her and Julia. This will be the perfect match. Perfect story there. Best friends, bitter rivals, friend stabs her in the back. Got the perfect storyline right there. Boom. That's your main women's division program. I just feel like if this was the case, they should have never had her win the North American Women's title in the first place. Fallon Henley, in my opinion, was doing very great with that title. She was doing really good things with it. And I think what Stephanie dropping that belt eventually, if they're going to give her the NXT Women's title, I think you'll be perfect to go back to Fallon. You got Jada. Kaylani is another good choice. You're building up Izzy and everyone else on that roster. Let them get some more rub and opportunities. But at the same time, I'm with Ty with the injury stuff, but I just don't see them having Julia lose just yet. Especially considering that they just now mentioned it, the injury. It could be an angle for all we know. But that's my thoughts overall with that. I think it's going to be a banger match, but I think it's a little too soon. That could end in a no contest also. So,
one thing you said earlier too with the Musa with Femi thing for them burning through the match. The other thing too is they might not want TNA talent on Stand and Deliver and keep that exclusive to their internal roster.
Well, that's true too. Especially, we have some other feuds, and I'm gonna talk about. We're gonna segue right into it. You got a potential Trick Williams heel turn coming. That segment with him and Javon says a lot. I think he needs a win in this Eddie Thorpe program, but I think Thorpe would benefit mostly winning the program because then he could catapult Trick to another level. Cause I think he has another gear he can go to as a heel. There's one thing he's already good at. He's good on the mic. He's a big dude. He can talk. He can be that physical presence. I think he could be great as a heel, especially with Sean in full control and his character development is where it's at now. I would love to see a small little heel program before he gets moved to the main roster this summer, which I assume it will be this summer. Ethan Page is doing great work. Wesley's in the fold. But one of my brightest spots was, of course, my guy, Absolute. Ricky Starks looked good in the main event. Tell he was really excited. His promo after the show was really, really dope. Could tell how much he cares about the business and his passion. I'm curious to see where they're going. It looks like it's going to be a Wesley program to start off. But then I'm much more excited to see where they're going to go. Like, are we going to get an Oba and Ricky Starks program before Oba gets moved up? That's all these things you can do. And the aura around the fact that Aleister Black's going to be coming back. Who knows? They might put him in NXT for a quick, small stint, like one program, and move him to the main roster. I doubt it. I think he's going to be in the Judgment Day stuff, but I don't know. Overall, I think it was a good show. Any other final thoughts on NXT, on our other segments and matches before we move on to AEW?
The only thing I'd add in, I know we said about like Trick possibly turning heel. I wouldn't do anything program with him and Javon just yet. I think you can drag out the him and Ethan Page angle a little bit longer, even if you want to get it, because it's already a blood feud. If you want to escalate even further, you could even finish it, say, in a Hell in a Cell match if you want to do that. And at Stand.
NXT doing Hell in a Cells?
Fuck it, why not?
I ain't opposed to it. But it seems like when it comes to NXT and then the main roster, they don't know how to adapt each other's
That's true.
stuff. So, but I would love to see that. Would not mind that. All right. Any other final thoughts before we move on to AEW? All right, we're gonna touch base on AEW. What was you guys' bright spots for the show? I have a few in my mind, but I would like to hear you guys' thoughts first.
There wasn't much bright about this show, so I'm not gonna lie. It was what's up?
I beg to differ, but go ahead.
Like, yeah, the Hangman Page and MJF thing, that's good, but you see Christopher Daniels blading and still trying to punch the blood out of his head where they got the camera then. Like,
that was bad.
Yeah.
So that's Tony Khan, like, just not like, I just don't know what that. So I agree with you on that. That was bad.
And then we have the medic standing right there. He said, "Why are you guys not attending to him?" But he's right there. There's just so many things with this. He rolls up in an electric truck. There's so many you could have just made this so much better, and there's just so many swings and misses on this segment when it's going to be. It's probably, I know they're not going to view it as their biggest feud going into Revolution. They're going to think it's Moxley and Cope, but this is probably going to be, like, in the fans' eyes, their biggest feud.
Ty.
I like the trios match. Adam Cole finally pinning somebody. look good.
That like the Deonna Purrazzo match?
Nah, that's when I turned it off, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Yeah, I think, I don't know, it's funny. I think we're gonna look at every other feud on this Revolution card. And just, like, look at the main event and be like, what are they doing? Because honestly, every feud looks like it's going to be better than Mox and Cope. And it's criminal that they are still, like, in possession of the world title. Like, if there was ever a time to hot shot somebody random for a title, I think it would be now, but I don't know. Overall, it was nothing too crazy. You could have definitely just watched the highlights. But I will say props to Ricochet and Swerve, because
that's one of my bright spots. And my boy Prince Nana. Yep.
They're fighting over a robe. And
not just any robe.
And it's like, you know, for the
figure
for the average fans that's looking, they're fighting over a robe. But fighting over a robe is better than fighting over a briefcase. So I'll take it.
People like us, we know the lineage and history behind the robe, so we understand the storyline. That's why we're more invested. But I'm with you, Ty. That's my bright spot of the show. Besides Deonna Purrazzo and Harley's match, that was a great match.
Yeah, right.
I love the story that they're telling, and I want to give credit to Ricochet because he's been working his ass off in this program. There's still some work to do with his promos. Something about that hat he had, something about that Eagles hat, just threw it off of me. I couldn't take him serious with that hat on, but I understand the backstory behind it because he also roots for the Eagles and everything like that. But promo skills has improved slightly. This past Wednesday was a lot more tolerable on my ears with him on the mic, I will say. That whole the whatever he did, I'm like, yo, this is where you kill me. This is where you cross the line, bro. You was here, and then you just collapsed. Like, all in all, though, I'll give him credit. He's been doing really good in this program. Prince Nana has been selling the program really well, as well as Swerve. I think that's going to be match of the night at Revolution, at least up to this point, because we don't have a full match card as of yet. But I'm excited for that. Hangman and MJF. I did it. Obviously, they're going to cook in the ring. I'm just not fully invested in it yet. I'm just missing in this program for me personally. I've seen the clip on Twitter because I didn't catch that segment live of Daniels blading himself when the camera crew turns on the camera. Like, Tony Khan, what are you doing with your staff? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, just screw kayfabe at this point, right? Just get rid of it because you guys are just a botch fest waiting to happen. Obviously, Deonna Purrazzo is a topic of discussion because the Virtuosa hasn't been very virtuoso since she's been there. And it sucks because this is the typical norm of AEW, as well as WWE to a certain extent, where you get these household name talents from the indie scenes. They're hot for a split second for a deep breath underwater, and the next thing you know, they're getting buried and not doing a damn thing. I think Harley would be great. She shouldn't be beating Deonna Purrazzo right now. No, that shouldn't be happening, like at all. Deonna should be one of these main feuds for the belts, and they're just doing nothing with her. So that kind of irked my soul, all in all. And then Mike, I'm going to leave it to you because I have nothing to say about this damn Cope and Moxley stuff. My hands are tied. But shout out to Powerhouse Hobbs.
The two concertos were pathetic. I don't know what if it was the camera angle or what it was, but they just looked awful. Like Willow too. We look at the match she had earlier with Stat. She could swing a chair better than that. Come on now, like that was. I don't know what's this going to lead to. If we're going to get Jay White turn on Cope at Revolution, if Cope's going to win the title, if we're going to get new Death Riders introduced, I have no clue where it's going. I've not been as down on the Death Riders story as a lot of people have, but I didn't like what they did this past week because you're taking out 2 members in one night on top of it. There was no need to do that. You could have done it on Collision this weekend. You have another Dynamite Go Home show that you could have done it, but I know you got Wheeler Yuta he's still going to take out even though he ain't a threat. Like, come on now. We don't even need to take him out. But I thought when I saw Cope pull up in the ambulance, I thought they were going to have an ambulance match at Revolution when I saw that, but
I thought the same thing.
I don't know.
Then we got what we got, and I'm just sitting here like, this is why, for me personally, it's so hard to stay invested sometimes with AEW because they just go all over the place with their storylines. And for me, I just be lost. Like, what is y'all direction and end game with this? And that was one thing I'll say WWE does really well is when they have an end game with a particular people in a bigger or just a storyline program in general, you come out of it as a fan for the most part, not all the time, having a clear understanding where these superstars can go next, especially the ones that typically win the program. AEW, it's hard to say because years ago you had Darby Allin had his moment with the TNT belt, and the next thing you know he lost it in a couple weeks, and then that was that. So it was like, I don't know. That's just my take on it.
That belt's dead now, too, with on Danny Garcia. They need to get that shit off of him. I hope he loses it on Saturday.
I forgot.
Exactly.
I forgot about, and I like Danny Garcia, but I really forgot about that belt. And that's another person that proves my point. When he was hot with that whole dancing stuff, I ain't doing it on camera. Nope. But next thing you know, I forget he's even on the roster half the time. And don't get me started on Jack Perry.
Where is he?
Like, where's Waldo? Because he was doing great on that TK program. And then the Young Bucks happened. This is one of the few examples why you should have active talent running the business side of the company. Because if I'm not mistaken, isn't the Young Bucks the tag champions?
No, Hurt Syndicate.
Oh, that's right. They just won it. Yep. That's what, 2 weeks ago. But even the Young Bucks, I just don't. I feel like they just do a little too much now. And it's like, I feel like it waters down their programs. But that's a whole other subject. Any other final thoughts on AEW before we get to TNA?
Really, I thought another bright spot, even though there wasn't many. Main event was good too between OC and Takeshita. I thought that was a good match.
Yeah, that was a good match. All right, I just want to make sure my mic wasn't muted. Cool. We're gonna move right along with the TNA. We have some great stuff. If you haven't seen, please keep sending. If you haven't sent anything already, some money to the fundraiser for Chris Bay and Jake Something. I just seen his this week about his torn tricep and his pet needed surgery. So wish fast prayers and fast recoveries for those two young men and Jake's pet. But nonetheless, Charlotte show all around for TNA. We got some matches confirmed for why am I forgetting the name of the review? I'm forgetting the name of the review. But we got
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice, yes. I was about to say Hard Justice or something. I don't know why, because I was just watching one of the old Hard Justice pay-per-views on YouTube. So that's why I was like going blank. Nonetheless, though, we got Jeff Hardy versus Moose for the X Division title at Sacrifice in a ladder match. We got Masha versus Cora Jade. We got the 10-man tag match with the System versus Matt, Elijah, Joe Hendry, and two partners that they're choosing. So we're starting to get a really good build-up card. Who knows? We might even get Wesley and the tag team you took last week, a couple weeks ago, Mike. We might get them in another rematch, in another match with Ace Austin and the Rascal. So I know it's supposed to be. I know that match happened already. If not, it happens this next week. But all in all, I think it was a solid card. Your girl performed too, Tessa Blanchard. First time.
That's Ty's girl, man. I think that ain't my girl.
You was with Tessa and Hogan at the convention?
What convention? In the woods?
I mean, I'll let you tell it.
I was gonna say I don't know what convention
your brother did with Tessa, but no, all jokes aside though. As far as the wrestling goes, the match was pretty solid with Tessa. But I'm glad to see her in the ring because she's a great talent. Her as a person, whether she changed or not, is a whole nother subject. But yeah, I'll let you guys go. Ty, what was your thoughts on your girl Tessa Blanchard? If you like Mike,
I got no thoughts on Tessa Blanchard. Honestly, I agree with what Mike said last week that she's probably not gonna be here for long. So I'll wait and see. Honestly, I just want to know if they would put the belt on her, given who she is. I mean, TNA does whatever, so it's not like the most surprising thing. But I would say I'm more interested to see if she would get the belt. That's like, I don't care how she wrestles in the ring. Nothing about her will sell me on any matchup, to be completely honest.
But Double B snags her up. Because before the incident, WWE was really thinking about signing her, especially Vince. You know, Vince loves his Tessa Blanchards.
Yeah, how long before Tessa versus Charlotte? Over under 6 months.
I'm not gonna lie, that match will cook though. From a match,
cook what?
From a match, I think it would
be tough to get through.
You think so? Why y'all? Wait. Obviously, we all know what the Tanza situation was with her comments and everything. But from a ring talent standpoint and her storytelling ability, as well as Charlotte in the ring, you think those two won't be a good match? I'm not saying it has to be WrestleMania worthy.
The match would be good, but leading up to it, I don't know. I don't think Charlotte's that good of building up stories. Like I don't really think of that as her. And I don't think the two of them gel. They're two personalities. I just think, yeah.
So who would you, if you hypothetically there was in the program, Ty and Mike, who would you make be the face? Even though we live in an era now where there's so many tweeners, you can make through with it, but because me personally, I think you have to put Tessa as a face because I just don't like. I never invested in it, and I don't see Charlotte being a face. She's just a natural heel.
I don't think neither can be a face. I'll be completely honest with you.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I'd lean Charlotte, but that's a tough one.
So who else? Who else? If WWE was to get her, do you guys think she would have some great matches and programs with some of the women on that roster? Because I can see her and Io, because Io's high flying ability. Her and Bianca. Her and Rhea would have a great match and program because Rhea can backpack a program in her sleep. So I don't know. I think she'll be a good addition, but their roster is so deep. It's like they don't need her, especially now, especially in considering what her past. So I'll get your thoughts on that before we move forward.
I think the matches would be good, but it all depends on how the writing is and they build it up. And look at what they do with a lot of the writing now in the women's division. I can't imagine that it would be anything great that blows us away. Like, I don't know. I think maybe Bailey would be a good match too. If you wanted to do maybe like a Soul Rook or Roxanne, sure you could do that too. The matches would be good, but leading up to it, the week to week television, I think it would be very tough to get people invested before the match.
Her and Jada would tear her up on that mic, and then she could just come out and be that heel. Because I think right now Jada Parker is such in betweener zone where she can kind of get away with some things. But go ahead, Ty.
Honestly, it's how the only thing that matters. It's how WWE would book her. To be completely honest, because she obviously wants to be booked as the dominant. She wants to be booked like the Charlotte,
like her dad.
And I don't think she'll get booked as the Charlotte, especially if you're going up against these other names like Io Sky and all of them. I don't think she'll be booked like that. So I don't think it would work, to be completely honest. But I think if they were to sign her, they definitely would put her in NXT first before going to the main roster, in my opinion.
So hear me out. I know we try to get political, but we are about sports and entertainment. I just thought of something as you and Mike was giving you guys his points. We all know her father's Tully Blanchard. I was gonna ask, what do you think how does he felt about his daughter in that situation, what she said in the past and everything? But also made me think about, well, how does he think about people the way she made those comments? Because she couldn't have just been this comfortable out the blue with it. She probably had to grow up feeling this way. So it made me thought about, okay, well, how did he raise her if he was around very vaguely? Because, back then as a wrestler in the 80s, 90s, you was home for barely a day, and then you already on the road. So it was just making me think about that. You guys don't have to answer that because that's a political question. But let's move right along. Another topic in the title. We weren't gonna spend too much time on it, but Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania. That could be a program. What are you guys' thoughts on that? If that was to be a match at either night 1 or 2.
To be kind of honest, I think it's kind of a little too early, in my opinion. They planted the seeds for a while. I give them that credit, but realistically, the big tension has only started like pretty much a month and a half ago, and I feel like this is a great matchup. I feel like they could have told it a little bit better, and I think this storyline should have been the reason Rock wanted to stick his nose in WrestleMania. Not in that whole Cody situation. It should have been about Fatu and Solo, because the main story is pretty much Solo wasn't able to do the job.
Yeah, that I mean.
So Fatu is next in line. I think I think it's going to be a good match, but a little early in my opinion, because we already the past couple months been wondering what's going on with Solo. So now when he loses to Fatu, it's definitely going to be like, what's going on with Solo? Because what are they going to do next?
Gas, no break with it. that boy Jacob funny. My Mike, what would be your thoughts?
I don't know about them not having enough time. It very well could be the case, but it depends on when you do the turn. You'd have to do the turn almost tonight. If not tonight, you got to do it within the next week pretty much to properly build it up. But I doubt this will happen, but who knows? Say Cody does accept the Rock's offer. And him and Jacob were in the ring the other week, and they didn't attack each other, and they both wanted after Solo. Say you gotta get the God Jacob Fatu and Cody teaming with the Rock as a faction, possibly. I don't think that's going to happen, but that's a route they could possibly go with it because I don't see them turning Cody heel. But other than that, I'm okay with the match. But I think you'd have to. The fans would want Jacob Fatu to go over, but the way they keep trying to get Solo over, almost with what Roman did, and they couldn't get him over. So my guess is they'd have Solo win the match, but I think all the fans would want Jacob Fatu to win the match personally.
I agree. Real quick, we're gonna get into the tier list ranking. I'm gonna explain the tiers and everything. I thought I had it bookmarked, but apparently I didn't. We have SmackDown show starting soon. They got 3 singles matches. The winners of those matches will then go on to have a triple threat match next Friday to determine the number 1 contender for the United States title. I believe we have Solo going up against LA Knight, I believe it is. Braun Strowman versus Carmelo Hayes. And then I think the last one is Andrade versus, can't remember what. I thought I had a bookmark, but I didn't. But all in all, I think those are going to be some good matches. I'm interested to hear you guys' thoughts on who you think is winning those matches. I know Braun and Carmelo Hayes is definitely a match for tonight.
Yeah, so it's Fatu versus Andrade.
Yeah, so I knew Nick was involved.
So it kind of goes to Mike's point where you have to either do it tonight or next week. So do they cost each other their matches tonight, or do they get in the triple threat and that's where it happens?
I think Braun Strowman wins now. I think you get Strowman, Fatu,
and Solo in the triple threat. That would be crazy.
Unless Solo gets cost the match by Fatu or Tamatonga, and LA Knight, Strowman, and Fatu.
Yeah, but did they say this is one contender for the match at Mania?
No. So it's just the one-on-ones tonight. The winners of those one-on-ones will then have a triple threat match next Friday, and the winner of that triple threat match becomes the number 1 contender.
Because I'm not watching no Nakamura versus Braun Strowman on WrestleMania. So.
What is it, 2018? I feel you on that.
I don't know. I actually think Solo loses tonight because I don't think they're gonna let LA Knight lose. I think Fatu, LA, and Strowman's the triple threat.
Sure, I could go with that.
Then obviously Solo causes Fatu next week.
And that starts off the Mania match. All right. Real quick, and Mike, I'll let you give your thoughts as we're setting up. We're about to get into our Elimination Chamber tier list. We're going to rank all the Elimination Chamber matches from the very first one to the most recent ones, from top 5 or top 10 all the way to the bottom, which is 34. It's currently 34 Elimination Chamber matches, not including the 2 that's going to be tomorrow. nonetheless, there's 5 tiers. You got the top 10. You have 11 through 20, 21 to 25. You have a 26 to 34 list. But if you feel like even the last one, which is 34, or any other ones is that bad, we can put them in the trash category. So that is going to be getting started now. So here, this is the tiers.
So we doing the elimination chamber predictions after this?
We're gonna talk through it.
For
sure. So this ad won't go away. So my apologies, but here is the list right here. It's in order from the very first to the most recent. So here is a list. I was supposed to do a spin the wheel, but I guess we can start from top to bottom. So I'll just go first. The very first Survivor Series in 2002 West Summers Survivor Series. Triple H, Booker T, Rob Van Dam, Jericho, Michaels. I believe this is a top 10 chamber match.
What?
You don't think it's top 10?
Oh, I thought that was a top 5 bracket. Hold on, I was about to say.
Initially, I had a top
5.
I had a top 10 bracket. Matter of fact, I still can do that. So, matter of fact, let's put this here. 6 through 10. Top 5. Actually, let's do 6 through 6 through. I'm trying to think 6 through 10. You can leave it. And then 11 to 20. No, I was right the first time. Yeah, we're gonna just leave it.
Yeah, how much did you say? There was what?
There's 34. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it how it was.
So well, you got the 36 and 34. Technically, trash should be like 30, 34.
Yeah, that's why I was like, if you don't even think you want to rank it, you could just put it as trash.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna put it top 10. I don't think it's the best one because there was some botches. Obviously, it was their first time. They was the first ones to be in this match. So there's a learning curve of how the match goes. But you had RVD taking that frog splash and Triple H taking that bump with his knees hitting him in the face. So all in all, it was a great match. So I'll put top 10, but it's definitely on the back end. Mike, you have the 2003 SummerSlam Elimination Chamber match.
Is that Goldberg?
Yep.
I was going to say, what did it go up against?
The ad went away perfect because
I was going to say,
was blocking.
Go 11 to 20.
Not mad at that for now. Ty, you have the 2005 New Year's Revolution Chamber with Edge, Orton, Batista, Triple H, Jericho, and Benoit.
This is top 10 for me.
Sting ads. Okay, come on, work with me. There we go. Ahead or behind the O2 chamber?
Yeah, behind.
Oh, behind. Okay.
I mean, that O2. I don't even look at the botches since it was their first time. But I just think the story was just like was amazing. It was in the match. I don't know.
So I have the 2006 New Year's Revolution Chamber. This is definitely, to me, this is top 5. So
yeah, that's top 5.
So it's definitely going to be in the top 10. I mean, the ending of it, Cena is bloodied, and then all you hear is, "You think you know me?" Edge comes out, cashes in the Money in the Bank, and that's how we got one of the best feuds of the ruthless aggression era. So I'll definitely put that chamber ahead of both 02 and 03. Next, Mike, you you got ECW's December to Dismember Elimination Chamber. That's why I put a trash category because you might not even want to rank it.
No, we'll put it at 26 to 34. I have one that I will put in the trash, but this is damn close.
I was about to say this was bad. This was a bad one. All right, Ty, you have No Way Out 2008. One of the chamber matches you have Undertaker. I think this was SmackDown's chamber where you had Taker, Khali, Big Daddy V, MVP, Finley, and Batista.
Yeah, this was not the good one. So it's got the great Khali in it. What do you mean, bro?
What would you put this one at?
I'll put it ahead of December versus this.
Dismember.
Yeah.
Go back to me. I have the other 2008 chamber match with Michaels, Triple H, Jeff Hardy, Umaga, Jericho, and JBL. I think this was a good chamber match overall. I'll probably put this. I'll put this right in. It's in 11 and 20 range, but it's definitely going to be on more closer to the 20 side. Wait, was this going into 24? WrestleMania 24 actually? Yeah, this was for the 20. Oh, okay. Trying to remember the match because the build that post this match where Triple H won was Chef's Kiss because this is where you had Orton, 8 Triple H and John Cena in a triple threat match, which cooked, by the way. Yeah, I'll leave it here for now. Mike, you have No Way Out 2009, Edge, Big Show, Jeff Hardy, Undertaker, Triple H, and Vladimir Kozlov.
Yeah, I actually bought this one when I was a kid, so I don't know. I gotta put it. Probably go. See, I'm in between. I'm right around 10 to 11 on it, so I don't know which one you guys want to put it in, the 11 to 20 or the 1 to 10, because I think there'd probably be more that fit in the 1 to 10, so we'll go 11 20.
I would say I'm comfortable with it being at 11 or at 10. To be honest, this was a good chamber match.
Yeah.
Ty. Oh, I've been messing up the order because I haven't been looking at the screen. But Ty, you have the 09 chamber as well. This one is with Mike Knox, Edge, John Cena, Kane, Chris Jericho, and Rey Mysterio.
I mean,
don't forget about your boy Mike Knox.
To be honest, they literally only did this chamber just to give Edge the belt back. Like that story was there, the shock factor was there. No one expected Edge to come out instead of Kofi and actually win the title after he just lost the title. So the story's there. The match is easily forgettable. So for right now, I'll put 21-25. Let's just put something there for now.
Perfect. Now back to me. I have the 2010 chamber with Sheamus, Orton, Ted DiBiase, Kofi, Triple H, and John Cena. This was a very good chamber match. I'll put this in the 11 through 20 category. But I'm gonna put it behind the previous chamber for now. Mike, you have the other 2010 chamber, and that is R-Truth, Jericho, Taker, CM Punk, and John Morrison.
I'm gonna go top 10 with this. I ain't gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, I like this one a lot. More. I know a lot of people won't agree with me on that, but
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. It could be a very slept-on chamber.
I mean, this is when HBK comes under the ring, right?
Is it this one in 2010?
Yeah, because I think Jericho wins this one.
That's right. Yeah, this. Yeah,
That
This
is,
wasn't.
I'm not mad at it, bro. Tough
This set
shot.
up the. Yeah. I'm with you on this. Is it in a back end or what do you have? Is it over 02 and 03? Well, that's 04. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm fine with either place in front of it or behind it. It don't matter to me.
Perfect. Is it my turn or is it Ty?
I think it's mine.
Ty, you have the 20. Wait, I want to make sure I didn't miss. Let me make sure. Okay, yep. On NC9 Punk.
Yeah, 2011.
2011.
I'll put it. I'll actually put it 11 to 20. Then let me see where I'll put it. Let me see. I think this one's low key better than that. I forget what year that is. That Sheamus one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So put it between there. Yeah.
Perfect. I have the other 2011 chamber, which is Edge, Kane, Drew McIntyre, Big Show, Wade Barrett. Obviously, Big Show was the mystery opponent. I'm gonna put this in 21 to 25. I don't have much to say about that match. It wasn't bad, but certainly wasn't the best one. Like there's a couple that I think was better. I'm waiting for. I got a top 10 one that I hope I get because I think people heavily don't talk about this too much. But Mike, you have 2012 CM Punk, R-Truth, Kofi, Dolph Ziggler, Jericho, The Miz.
What's gonna go? I'll go 21 to 25.
Do you have it ahead of these two or in between?
Put it behind it.
Oh. Ty, you have the other 2012 chamber for the heavyweight title. Big Show, Santino Marella, Great Khali, Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, Daniel Bryan. Jesus Christ, they could have came up with a better 2012 chamber than this.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. This is 26 to 34. I don't care where you put it.
Definitely ain't worse than December to September. All right, back to me. I have the 2013 chamber between Jericho, Kane, Orton, Swagger, Jack Swagger, Daniel Bryan, and Mark Henry. Sheesh. This was a tough one. 26 to 34 for sure. Mike, you have the 24.
You don't want to give me the next one?
You want the next one instead?
I said I wanted to put one in the trash.
It's up to you and
No, I'll do this one.
Wait, you think the tag team one's in the
I think
trash?
I think it's one of the worst chamber matches of all time, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
That's the 2015 tag match.
I think the tag match was better than the IC one that night.
I think we might be mixing up the tag matches.
Is this the one? This the one where all three members of the New Day came out?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
But it was only right because the Los Matadores, all three of them was there too.
But no, I was gonna say for the one before it, I'll go.
This was the one before is a 2014 chamber with Sheamus, Christian, Cesaro, Cena, and Daniel Bryan. Yo, this could have been way better than what it did, and it wasn't a bad chamber.
I'm gonna go 11 to 20, but I'm gonna put it behind all the ones in 11 to 20.
Gotcha. Ty, 2015 tag team elimination chamber.
And I don't think it was that bad, you know. So I'll put it. I don't think it was that bad.
Wow. Oh,
I mean, it's already hard for one person to be in that pod, bro. So to do it with
let's
two
put 3 of them.
Exactly.
The los matadores, the little midgets.
Primo and Epico in the bowl, bro.
Oh
You feel me?
God.
They was all in it. It was only right. New Day gets all 3 in.
I don't want to hear no one talk about wrestling if they haven't watched the dog days between in that 2015 time frame and then 2018, 2019. Those are some of the dog days in WWE. This match was by far. I'm not gonna lie, it was entertaining to watch because it was from an entertainment standpoint, like the little bull and the midget. That was funny, but I might watch Dismember. I'm not gonna lie.
They should have just called it December to Disremember.
But okay, it's back to me. I have, damn it, I wanted the one after it because that's one of my favorites. But it's all good. It's how the cookie crumble. I got the IC title match, chamber match. I'm gonna put this in 21-15. Yeah, I'll put it there. Yeah, I'll put it ahead of this one. Mike, you lucky son of a gun.
We don't gotta waste time. This is top 10.
Absolutely. Long live the GOAT, man, Bray Wyatt. I'm so mad how they handled his title run afterwards. But okay, come on, computer, work with me. I don't know why.
You didn't like the Goldberg program?
I am. Oh, see, you pulled up so many other stuff. Hold on. Where is the Bray Wyatt joint?
I think that shit just hopped off the screen,
Yeah,
bro.
the screen, it was wow.
Like literally just went and just disappeared.
Yeah, because for some reason the screen froze on my end when I was moved because they want to pop up another ad. Let me make sure we're still on track though. That was 2017. Okay. All right. So and then next is the girls, 2018, the woman. Okay, yeah, so we're still on track. All right. I'll figure that out in a second. But we all know that's a top 10 chamber match. Tyus, on you have the men's 7-man 2018 Elimination Chamber with Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, Braun, Elias, Miz, Seth Rollins, John Cena. Like I said, if you're not a true wrestling fan, you didn't live through these dog days.
You didn't like the concert before it?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Yo, you completely reminded me this was a 7-man chamber.
I'll walk anywhere but with Elias. I'll tell you that. But yeah, this yeah. Ty, where would you like to put this?
Oh damn! Look at that Bray Wyatt one in 26-34. So move the Bray Wyatt one up.
I was looking for it. There, yeah.
Then drag that one and put it exactly where you just found the Bray Wyatt one.
You didn't like all the power slams from Strowman?
That's his only move, bro.
Where would you want to put it though? Like, how high on his tier list? In the 26-34, is that the top, bottom?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, I agree. Right there is perfect.
I have the women's 2018 chamber match with Bayley, Sasha, Sonya Deville, Mickie James, Alexa Bliss, and Mandy Rose before Toxic Attraction. I will put this in. It wasn't trash. I'll put it right. Yeah, I think it was better than the men. Yeah, it was better than the men's that year, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I'll put it right there. Mike, you have the 2019 Women's Tag Team Championship chamber. You had the Iconics, Naomi and Carmella, Fire and Desire, the Riot Squad, the Boston Hug Connection, and Nia Jackson to Mina. Ain't nobody meaner than Tamina.
We're gonna put this definitely in 26 to 34. We're gonna put.
I was gonna go trash.
You can go there if you want to. I'm not mad at it. I would put it right there, That's where I was gonna go.
Think it's better than the males tag team?
Well, I would put that one in the trash, as I said before. So, bro, I'm just saying. I don't like the whole.
So I'm not gonna waste time. We know where you're putting this chamber match. We all know what this chamber did. Kofi Mania. The jump.
Yeah, participants, storyline. Yep.
Top 10. But where in the top 10 is where you're gonna put it? That's the real question.
I think it's fine right there.
Okay. I have the 2020. Yup, it worked out. This tag team chamber, call me biased if you want. This is a top 10 chamber match. Man, that spot, I think it was Grand Man of the League did off the top of the chamber. Or the Leinster Sada. Wait, we might be mixing it up. Which chamber was it that where we had that spot where they was on top? Someone come to the middle of the chamber and fell off. Wasn't it this one? Or am I mixing it up with the one that you?
I know John Morrison did that back in 2011, I think.
I remember that too, but this tag team one was cooking. I'm about to go back. I might be wrong about this being top 10. It might be the other tag team match, but yeah, we'll probably John in this match. Because John's in this match. But yeah, I'll put this in the top 10. One of the tag team chamber matches with the males was a really good one. I think it's heavy underrated. Now, this will definitely be at 10, for sure. But it deserves to get some recognition, nonetheless. Next, we're almost done with the list. We have the 2020 Women's Chamber match. Natalya, Shayna Baszler, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, the Riot Squad, I guess, and Asuka. Obviously, we have Mike's favorite Natalya in this match. And Mike, this is on you, actually. So where would you rank this match? I heard your back still hurt from that sharpshooter. She put you in.
Yeah, that's because I didn't tap out. I just passed out. But we'll go. I'm gonna put it around the other 2018 ones. I'm gonna put it ahead of both of the 2018 ones.
Interesting. Okay. Ty getting all the good ones. Ty, you got the 2021 men's chamber. Well, one of the men's chamber. You got Bryan, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, Kevin Owens, King Corbin, and Jey Uso.
I think this one was okay. I like the WWE Championship one better. But you can... Yeah, I would say at top bat. Actually, scroll up. Let me see. Yeah, I'll put it at the end of 11 and 20.
I don't think we're gonna need that trash roll. All right. I have the WWE Championship one. This one cooked. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put this definitely a top 10 chamber. Yeah, I'll put it here. All right, we got 2 spots left in the top 10. All right, cool. Mike, it's on you, and you have the 2022 chamber. Nikki, wait, let me make sure because if it's the right. Yep, Nikki Ash, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Doudrop, and beyond.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we'll go. I'm gonna 11 to 20 will go for this one.
Where would you put it in 11 to 20 range?
Definitely towards the back half. Yeah, we'll go right there. That's cool.
Ty, you have the men's 2022 chamber match: Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Riddle, and Austin Theory.
Yeah, you got rid of the trash roll a little too early. This was garbage. Yes, this was garbage. Oh, bro, what?
The best part was when he threw Austin Theory.
The best part was before Brock got into the match. Once he got into the match, they treated it like a Royal Rumble.
So hear me out. Is it worse in Dismember?
Nothing's gonna be worse.
All right. So it's back to me. I had the 2023 Women's Chamber with Natalya, Carmella, Asuka, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and Nikki Cross. This will go 21 to 25 for me. I'll probably put it. Oh no, I'll put it at the back end. Mike, you have. This is actually. I thought this was a good one.
I'm not with you on that one.
United States, you have. What? You don't think Austin Theory, Montez Ford, Bronson Reed, Rollins, Damian Priest, and Johnny Gargano?
I think Montez Ford was definitely the star of the chamber without a doubt. But I'm not,
that's why I will catapult this.
You gotta keep this in mind. I'm just was not a fan of them not having a major title on Raw and having the U.S. title be like the main title and them trying to elevate it over there. We had everything else going on that sort of dampened it. So I'm not gonna.
I hear you on that.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that, but the match itself, despite that, I think it did really well.
Yeah, we'll go 21 to 25. I don't know. When I think of the Elimination Chamber, I don't think of big card titles being on the line in them personally myself. But yes, Montez did phenomenal.
Something out of this category because we have 6 matches here with 5 spots. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So
I was going to say, I wouldn't even be opposed to moving some up from 11 to 20, depending on with these.
Yeah, we'll definitely sort it out. One. Back to me. Oh no, it's Ty. If I'm not mistaken. Yep, Ty. Ty has the last year's women's chamber match in Perth. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez. She should have kept Gonzalez. Bianca Belair, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and Becky Lynch.
I don't even remember this one.
This was a good one.
Maybe because it was on at 5 a.m.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah, actually, nope. Now I remember. Yeah. Let's. I'll put it in the 11 to 20. I would say in front of the other women's.
We don't think any of the women's chambers has been a top 10 chamber yet. I thought this would have probably cracked top 10.
Yeah.
I can't put it up that high, but
fair enough. And I had the last year's men's chamber to close out. Lashley, Orton, Logan Paul, LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens. Do I really want to say this is top 10?
I don't think so.
I don't think it is either. 11 through 20 will be my spot. I'm going to put it between... I'll put between these two. Boom. So this is the list right here. We're going to have to move some stuff around. In the top 10, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 2 spots left in the top 10. Real quick, which ones would you guys want to think about moving? As we think about that, I'm going to start putting out some predictions for the current chamber that is tomorrow. I have the match card.
That first one I'd move up, but definitely with that Goldberg one that I put there, I don't think we should move that one up.
Oh, so the first one right here?
So yeah, I'm cool with that one, but I don't think we should move that Goldberg one up.
Mike, Ty, would you agree? Should this one be a top 10?
Yeah, that's fine. That was a good one.
Okay. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay.
I would love to put possibly, what was it, 2011, I think, too, there with Cena, Orton, Morrison, Punk, and Sheamus. R-Truth. I'd debate that one. If you guys, yeah, I don't know what you guys think. Or no, the one next to it, I think. No, the one next to it. Yeah, I don't know what you guys think about that.
I think the other one was better, personally.
They're both good. I ain't going to argue there.
Oh, you know what? Because somebody's trying to come back to memory. This one was actually can be top 10, arguably. Because this is the one that I was talking about earlier that led to Triple H getting into the WrestleMania 24 main event. And I think this one cooked.
The only thing that got detracted from the one that I mentioned was I think that was the one with the mystery GM where he emailed in the thing to put, I think it was CM Punk back in the chamber or something like that. That's the only thing that sort of knock I have on that match.
Ty, which one you want to move up between these two?
Yeah, I'll move.
You are the tiebreaker.
Nah, I like the I think based off the Morrison spot, gotta give it to them.
Fair enough. So that's 3, 6. We have our 10. This is our top 10. Now, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18. So you got 2 more spots to move up. I'm arguing for this one right here, the United States Championship chamber to be in a top 20. Man, I don't know. That's just me, though.
If you guys want to put it up there, I'm okay with it.
Ty is a tiebreaker. Yay or nay? We got to move 2 up, but it don't have to be that one.
Yeah, if we got to move 2 up, yeah, we can move that one up. All the other ones pretty bad.
Was it better than any of the women?
Actually, no. We need to move up. The world heavyweight, the No Way Out.
With Mike Knox?
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, bro, this whole storyline of Edge competing in 2 elimination chambers.
Fair enough.
That's fire enough. That deserves to bump it up a little. Then, I mean, the other ones, yeah, we could bump up the United States one. I mean, I'm with Mike though. Personally, Elimination Chambers gotta be for something good.
I hear you guys on that. I don't disagree, but considering for what it was, and it was still able to produce the way it did. And to be honest, that was the best chamber match on the card. I mean, it
wasn't a good card.
Yeah, that's the problem. That makes it even worse.
Now we all know a lot of these shows, even some of these top 10 chambers have some terrible ass cards. So we're not going to tax them for that. But all in all, we was hoping we was going to get what a Kofi Mania moment run for Montez potentially, the way how he showed out. And Vince, for whatever reason, and with Triple H, we have yet to see Montez reap the rewards of that big moment he had in that chamber. Bronson Reed had some good spots, and Austin Theory as a heel in that to be what he was. I think you can make the argument. But again, it's up to you guys. If you guys vote nay, then we can look at something else in this category. or something down here, because something down here is going to get moved up to 24, 21 to 25. So
we got it 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So we'd have to move up one. Oh yeah, I got what you're saying. We have to move up that one from the bottom.
Yeah, we have to move one from the bottom, and then we'll be complete. So, do y'all want to keep the United States one here, or we want to move something else up?
To be honest, with the other ones we got there, it's not the worst thing to move it up. Like with the other options we got.
Yeah, nah. I mean, yeah. There's nothing else.
Is it better than take the bias aside? We know it's the United States Championship match, but is it better than any of these ones on this list, or is it exactly at 20?
Nah, it's probably at 20.
Yeah, I can't go much higher than that.
Okay. Cool. That is our top 20. Now we have to move one more up to the 21 and 25 range. So that means we got to go to the dog days, the bottom of the bottom, and pick. I'm torn between this chamber here. I'm torn between two of the women's chambers matches and the tag team. But the tag team's at the bottom of my three because I'm in Mike. That was not, no.
I go for the second one in the World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Chamber, personally, if I'm voting for one.
Cody Rhodes, Orton, and okay. Ty, which one would you like? What about the Big Daddy V? Rest in peace to Viscera.
I mean, he did better than Great Khali in that match, so I get it for him.
Could have had a Punjabi prison match.
I mean, bro. Let me see. I think I'm with Mike on that one.
Fair enough.
Everything else is just.
Where would you put it?
Probably right there.
Yeah, we don't know much.
Y'all think this women's match was better than any of these other ones in the front? The IC title?
Nah. Oh yeah, bro. The IC title needs to move back a little, bro.
That's wrong. Thank you. If we try to attack the US, I was about to say this IC title match is not. Mohawk Sheamus.
We could even move that back behind the other two. To be honest with you, I'm okay with
cool
personally.
I think I'll be honest. The women's one here, I think this is better than. I think it's the best one in this tier. Because this heavyweight title match chamber right here, where you have Big Show as the missing mystery opponent, I don't think it cooked at all, if I'm being honest. But we could live that fight, that battle.
I'm fine with either one. Either way, I'm cool with.
I will say this chamber match here, definitely, I find these two women matches should be at the top of the list at least. Good. Big Daddy V. But yeah, this is our list right here. For those watching, make sure you like to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, let us know your thoughts on which chamber match is the best chamber of all time and which is your worst chamber of all time. Now, before I close out this tab, any fight for the top between the top three? Is this top three solidified? We just got to switch up the order. But what are your guys' thoughts on the best chamber match? I honestly think Kofi Mania should be top 5. We can move old. I love O2, but I'm with Ty. We can. You initiated, but you definitely not in the top 5 category.
I'd debate moving 1 to 3, possibly. Also,
the one where Cena got cashed in on.
Yeah, I'd almost put that at 3.
That was a good ass chamber.
They're all good. The top 3.
True. But so wait, you think the Bray Wyatt chamber was the best chamber match?
I never said that. I just said they get moved.
I'm just asking.
I don't know. I'd put personally. I'd put the one at 3 at number 1. But yeah, I'd leave Bray where it is.
All right. But we would agree probably Bray Wyatt would be at 2, more than like 2 or 3. Okay. Ty, what you think this heavyweight title match is at 1?
Hell no. What?
Is it better than Kofi Mania?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about the 04 chamber?
Nah, 04.
04.
I mean, 04 at 5. That's fine.
You don't think it's better than Kofi Mania?
Yeah. But, like, just moving it up one, I don't really care.
What about so it's not top 3? I think you could make the argument it was top 3.
I mean, anything with Chris Benoit's top 3.
Don't do that to me. Anyway, I ain't trying to get canceled. 2025, you say?
I'll say fuck them, man. Who cares? They can't handle tough shit.
All right. So is Bray Wyatt number 1 or 2 for you, Ty?
I mean, those 2 right there, I can't debate. Those are my personal 2 favorites.
I agree.
So
I will say the Bray Wyatt one, while I can make the argument for 1, I'm not saying it has to be, but considering we can stop the sharing from here. The reason why I like to make the argument too is 1, the quality of the match, the men that was in that match, and the suspense of the match. I had no clue that Bray was going to win this match. So like when he won, I was genuinely happy, considering how much times in programs he was done wrong. Because he should have beaten Taker at 31. He should have beaten Cena at 30. And then you have him lose at Mania with a bunch of worms on the mat to Orton. That should never happen. They kept making him lose to Orton, which is ironic now that I think about it. The whole Fiend story, he lost that too. But either or, great match. We're gonna go right into the last topic of the day. We're gonna run through these quickly, and then we're gonna get out of here because SmackDown already on. The match card for tomorrow's Elimination Chamber. We got the main event. Will The Rock take Cody Rhodes' soul in the main event? But no, we had the men's chamber match with John Cena, CM Punk, Damian Priest, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and Logan Paul. We have Alexa Bliss versus Bianca Belair, Bayley, Naomi, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan. And then you have Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. I can't talk right now. And then we have the unsanctioned match between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And the best part, Ty's favorite guy, Travis Scott, is going to appear at the Chamber in Canada for God knows what. What, you going to announce him being a DLC character for the next game? For what?
He has to defend the hardcore title.
But we're going to start with the unsanctioned match. Who do you think wins that match?
I mean, I think they're doing Randy KO at Mania. Mm-hmm. So kind of, I don't know. It's up in the air because they could go either way. They could have KO win, and Randy is technically next in line to stop him. Or, Sammy goes over. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go with KO, honestly.
I'm with you too.
Yeah, I think KO wins this match. And they're gonna use
I don't remember the last time he won a match, so
they're gonna use the neck injury angle with Sammy. I think he's gonna get that package pile driver on the ramp or some concrete or in the ring if they try to be safe, and that's gonna spark the Orton comeback, and that's gonna be the feud going into Mania. So I agree with that as well. Next we have Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Naomi, Roxanne Perez, and Liv Morgan women's chamber match. I'll let you guys go. Mike, what is your thoughts first? And then we're going to go to Ty.
As I said last week, pretty much, I got Bianca winning this. I just don't see any other women win this. Like, I've heard some people throw out Alexa Bliss, but I just don't see it happening. I got Bianca.
Cody Rhodes arrives to the arena and is escorted into his own locker room, courtesy of The Rock.
Yeah, give me Give me Becky Belair. Or the Musa,
Oh, and prayers to Shinsuke Nakamura's brother who recently passed away today. My condolences to the Nakamura family. Next, I also have Bianca Belair winning this match now that they got rid of the titles. I think that's what they're gonna go with, but I'm gonna be honest. My heart, and I'm gonna go with this as my final pick. I think Roxanne Perez wins. I think she wins it. So the prodigy will be fulfilled. The prophecy will be fulfilled by the prodigy. Next, we have the men's chamber match. John Cena, CM Punk, Damian Priest, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and Logan Paul.
I'm going with Punk for the men in it, but I would not be surprised if The Rock wins this. I'm serious.
Another 7-man chamber.
Yeah, except he's going to come in at the end, or there's going to be someone taken out in the beginning too. Could do that.
That's true. They're really pushing Tiffany Stratton to be the next Trish Stratus.
Yeah, she'll have the hat on this Sunday. I guarantee it.
They went matching.
Or Saturday. I mean, I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Cena to win this match. I'm gonna go with Cena. And the last match we have is Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. I got the Blondies winning, the Canadians.
Yeah, I don't know why this match is even on the card, bro.
Shout out to Candice LeRae. I'm glad that she's getting some PLE time.
I think she'll be getting a lot of it with Triple H. Triple H fucks with her and her husband, so I think
I'm glad she's getting something to do.
I think she'll get a big push coming up this year, but I'll go with that because as I said before, I don't even know why we're having this match, especially with that segment that you had at Money in the Bank.
True. Ty, who you got?
Well, first, do we even know who's the face and heel to Tiffy and fucking Charlotte? Because she's looking like the face right now. But I don't want no WWE booking. She walks out on Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus gets beat up, and she's the heel. And Charlotte's like, you don't respect your elders, because that's some WWE booking right there. I'll go with the Canadians for now. The blonde Canadians.
Sounds good. And that's going to wrap up this week's show. If you made it this far, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you guys. Subscribe, please. We're 4 subs away from 200. Make sure you hit that like button. Leave your comments down below. Let us know your thoughts on who's going to win tomorrow night's matches at the PLE for the Elimination Chamber. We'll be back tomorrow, noontime, 12:15, for the NBA Grade A Show podcast. We got some good stuff to talk about. We're going to do our power rankings as well of the NBA teams. And coming soon, probably going to be next week, not next weekend. We're going to start with the college football, merging it with the NFL because we got the combine going on right now, and start getting to these mock drafts. So, if you made this far, we appreciate you guys. We hope you have a blessing, restful weekend. We see you guys on the flip side. Peace.